Part 1, Introduction to Data Science. This will be overall content in part 1, Introduction to Data Science skill sets, data science application. What do data scientists actually do? So these are the ones that we are going to discuss in this section. Okay, data science. Data science refer to an emerging area of work concerned with the collections, preparation, analysis, visualization, management and preservation of large collection of information. So still it's in a trending area. Data science is a multidisciplinary where you need to have a soft skill and technical skills. When you talk about soft skills, you need to understand the business problem. First of all, you need to understand the business problem, business analysis, business strategy, and domain knowledge. If you're working, example, in banking, you need to have a domain knowledge of things that do in banks, and communication and presentation. And going to the technical skill, you need to have a statistical knowledge, visualization, machine learning, data mining, and particularly database skills. So data science application, some of the common data science application that is trending. First is the internet search. So you can think of how people are searching in the internet. You can see the example of Google AdWords. Then digital advertisement, recommendation system. You talk about either it's a e-commerce portal or a hotel booking or any flight ticket booking. All these places the recommendation systems are used. So that's also an example for a data science application. Image recognition, speech recognition, gaming. Recent days it's used in gaming also in a quite interestingly. Price comparison website, airlines route planning, fraud and risk reduction. With this pandemic, many of the companies go towards the automation and digitalization. So to detecting the fraud, they are using the data science techniques to detect the anomaly, delivery, logistics. So what do data scientists do? They need to find the truth in data. What is data is all about, what the data is explaining to the business leader. So to start with it is define the question. You need to come up with some kind of a question if you want to become a data scientist. Define the ideal data set. This is one of the most important thing, where you need to have a good data set for your research or your analysis, your model preparation. Determine what data you can access. Next, you have to look at the data that you can access for your domain. How to obtain the data. Okay, another interesting part when you talk about data scientists is all about cleaning the data. You need to know how to clean the data. Then exploratory data analysis, statistical prediction, and applying the model. After you come up with it, you need to explain and challenge your results and distribute the results to all the different stakeholders. So some of the skills to become a data scientist in 2021, there are quite a number of skills technical skills have revised. So you can see first skill is the SQL database. You need to have a good database knowledge, data visualization and storytelling, because once you got the results, once you got your graph, you need to know how to explain this to the your manager and various stakeholders. And you need to have a programming knowledge, which is commonly used for Python and R programming. You need to have a skill and knowledge on version control, where commonly used are a GitHub and GitLab. Domain knowledge, as I said earlier, if you're working in health science, you need to have a knowledge about the specific domain that you're working. Then machine learning and AI, where you need to know about the different algorithms, supervised and unsupervised algorithm. Now in the 2020 onwards, it started to go on the trending of DevOps process, where you can do automation. Lastly, on the structured and unstructured data, most of the data are now produced from the unstructured data. So you need to know how to handle this unstructured data And last is NoSQL, not only SQL, structured query language. There are quite a number of SQL language, NoSQL languages are there, which is Apache HBase, Apache Hive, MongoDB. All this thing, at least one or two, you should be aware of it to become a full-fledged data scientist. Okay, interpersonal skill, as I mentioned earlier, you need to have a communication skill where you can update all your results to the stakeholders. Then storytelling skill, collaborations, you need to have a good knowledge on the collaboration. And lastly, you need to have potential of keep learning, because there are new things are coming every day and every month, so you need to update your skill on the data scientist area. Okay, this is the end of the part 1. Thank you. See you in next session.